Hello, my name is Hakon and welcome back to, finally I might say, another video about Commodore 64, 8-bit computing, 80s nostalgia, retro gaming. Yes, it has been a long time since last time and I thought it was about time. And today I'm going to talk about a game called H.E.R.O, which is made by Activision back in the early 80s. H.E.R.O, of course, is short for Helicopter Emergency Rescue Operations. And our protagonist, the character that you play in the game, is called Roderick H.E.R.O, and apparently Peril is his middle name. Yes, literally, Peril is his middle name. And he is ready to rescue people. I'll just read out what it says on the blurb from the packaging here. It says, Peril is my middle name. Roderick H.E.R.O here, our hero to my associates. President and Chief Executive Officer of H.E.R.O Incorporated, inviting you to join me in tackling a tricky maze of mineshafts rife with the kind of danger we daring types only dream of. Until now, that is. Think of it. Miners trapped in a mountain bubbling with lava rivers and magma deposits. Mine shafts crawling with vile vermin, all lethal to the touch. Oh, it's just too awful and too exciting. I'm armed with equipment of my own invention. My prop pack carries me to ever deeper depths while I zap creepy critters with my micro laser beam. Dynamite demolishes walls that get in my way. If my supply lasts, that is. And my power. Did I mention the terrible tentacles that loom up out of lava, or the massive walls that can crush me? What about the rafts I ride on? Oh, never mind. Come along and make yourself useful. So that's the blurb from the packaging. This is from the original Atari packaging, I believe, of the game. And they also have a double spread advert for the game, which is quite exciting. Yeah, it's quite an exciting game, and I got my hat on today because I want to look a little bit more like Indiana Jones when I'm playing this game. So let's get started. So I've got my emulator up here. I'll just get my let's see, where are we now? H.E.R.O from Activision. There we are. So let's get started. Now, of course, if you don't connect your joystick, you may also just pretend like you're playing the game now, because it starts playing by itself, so to speak. Just double checking my sound is on. It is. So let's play. Okay, so I think I'll just switch the sound off on my computer so I can actually hear, so you can hear what I'm saying as well. Although I'm sure you would prefer to hear the sound effects of this game. This game doesn't use music, actually. It is a port from Atari, and of course, as such, there was no in-game music from the Atari version. And so when it was ported to the Commodore 64, they didn't use the full extent of the SID chip's possibilities. Only a tiny little bit just to create the sound effects, which indeed is all you need, really. Now you can place sticks of dynamite by pressing fire button and down, and pressing the fire button also makes you fire your laser. And today I'm using my trusty old arcade joystick, which I think is the best joystick that was ever made for the Atari standard joystick standard ports, and the best joystick for the Commodore 64. Now, of course, some games are better with other joysticks, but I think that is by far the best all-rounder joystick that I ever got my hands on, literally. I did have several joysticks, but that's the one that I always went back to. That's the one I used 90% of the time. It's just a bit tricky, actually. Oh well, timing thing there, it's a little bit tricky, but of course I'm not I'm definitely out of practice. In fact, I've never played this game enough to consider myself in practice. Oh, and now we get the red walls, which is means they're glowing hot, and if you touch them, you die as well. So if you touch any of these critters, if you touch any of the red walls, you die. If you touch the liquid at the bottom of the mines, you die. So there is lots of possibilities of dying, and you don't have that many lives, and you've got a limited amount of energy. As you can see, there is the energy bar, which actually goes down by itself as well. So it's a kind of timer as well as an energy bar. Let's see, can we go down this way? Yes, we can. Let's see, I'll just do a running start. There's a bit of inertia in the controls, which I quite like, because it makes it feel a bit like how I would imagine that it should feel to fly with a prop pack, a helicopter pack on your back, a little bit of inertia as it sort of winds, the propeller starts spinning up. So there's a bit of delay from when you push up until you actually start flying, and controlling that delay is of course crucial to being able to maneuver sometimes, especially when you get to a place where you have to avoid touching the ground, or maybe avoid touching the ground and the what's above you, so you get to those kinds of places. Now, I was never really any good at this game when I was young, when I played this, but I did enjoy it. Oh, that's not the right way. I can't see now. No, there's a wall there, so I have to... Oh, still a bit too close there. Get rid of that one. I'm meant to cross over here. Sometimes the layout sort of gives away where the correct path is, and other times it is trying to trick you. So it's not always easy knowing what is the correct way. Now there's orange, not orange, purple liquid down at the bottom. I was thinking about the orange bat there. Purple liquid, if you touch it, of course you die, so I have to make sure to avoid that. I have no idea how many levels there are here, actually. I've never got that far, to be honest, so... oops. Sometimes you can turn around without moving. I didn't manage to do that there. This is quite a tight squeeze there. Oops. It's also possible to use the laser to go through the walls, but it takes a lot longer and a lot of energy. So usually only as a last resort, if you've used up all your dynamite sticks, which could also happen accidentally. Oh, this one is a bit tricky. There was a previous time I played this, I can remember for sure that actually this wall here I had to shoot my way through because I accidentally set off a dynamite stick and killed myself in the process as well. So I usually don't get any further than this, so this is actually quite good for me to have got to level 9. Let's see. Maybe I should keep track of my scores or something like that. That would be quite fun. Anyway, so yeah, this is kind of a new sort of line of videos for me. I mean, I've done some things to do with the Commodore 64 before, but I was thinking I should do more gameplays, and oh, it's probably probably safer to go the other way. Oh. It would have been if I'd actually managed to get down the right space there. Okay. So I'm going to do more gameplay videos of Commodore 64 games, talk a little bit about them, just talk a little bit, almost like sort of a 8-bit vlog, I suppose. And just bypass that one. Sometimes I'm struggling a bit to. There we are. Leave dynamite there. Okay. Oh, this is a tricky one again. It's very hard to sort of move sideways and make sure you have enough lift at the same time because of the inertia. It's very hard to control the prop. Oh, another one. Okay, I'll have to see if I can do this. Let myself drop a bit, and then I have to drop enough that I can go like that, and because eventually you'll get to places, I presume, where you also can't bump into the top there, and that makes it even harder. Oops. Yeah, well, level 10. I got to level 10, which actually is a lot better than I usually do. So, well, so that's a few words about H.E.R.O, a really brilliant game from the early days of Commodore 64, and even before that, because it's from the Atari. And I hope you enjoyed watching me play that and just talk a little bit of nonsense while I did that. And well, I'll be looking forward to seeing you again in future videos, whether it's about this or about other stuff. Thanks for watching, and goodbye for now. And well, one more thing actually. This is a bit of an experiment too, because I was struggling to. I mean, my emulator kept crashing when I was recording the screen the same time I was recording my camera. I think it's working now, and I'll experiment a little bit more, because I wanted to use 2 cameras ideally, but so I could do one for the joystick as well. But this works rather well now, and I may keep it that way for future playthroughs. Anyway, thanks for watching, and goodbye for now. Bye-bye.